Tantric is back with a new album, The End Begins, on April 22nd, and it features the song Down and Out, which is currently climbing the rock and active rock charts. The band was originally started by the backing band of Days of the New, who parted ways with singer Travis Meeks. They then chose vocalist Hugo to front their new band they called Tantric. Now Hugo is the only original member left of that band. He talks about the decision to keep the name alive with a totally rebuilt band.
I think for me, considering I was the only original member, I mean, my mindset was kind of like a do or die type of thing. You know, I was like, I know that I have to do this. I don't exactly know how, but I kind of had an idea. But you know, Marcus and I had already been, you know, jamming together for a minute, and shortly after that, Joe was introduced to us, and he became a part of it. And Kevin, who's our drummer, he was an old friend of mine. We used to tour with him when he was a drummer for Fuel, and he happened to know a bass player, so it all came together pretty well.
As for the original members' thoughts on him carrying the name forward?
I haven't been in touch with him, because the last conversation I had with Todd was when he said he just didn't want to do it anymore. He was just kind of done with the thing, and I think that he's, you know, possibly doing some other thing, but he's getting married, and I think that he was just ready for a new chapter in his life. And to me, you know, I love those guys, and I think that it was an awesome time that I had with them, and I definitely respect everything that we did together. Loved everything that we did together. It was good times. But, you know, some people decide to exit early, and I decided to stay on the highway and see where this takes me. And I'm just definitely not one of those people that are going to give up on something that, you know, I've worked on my whole life. And I think that everybody in this project feels the same way, you know.
The band features former Fuel drummer Kevin Miller, and he talked about how he and Hugo hooked up.
Hugo and I met many moons ago when I was with Fuel. And he had the original Tantric lineup, and we were supporting Kid Rock. So we hung out, and then I got a call one day, and they're like, "Hey, man, we're on our way to Connecticut to do this gig, and for State of the Art." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool, man. I'm like, that's a little far away. I don't think I'll be able to make it." And they're like, "No, we were wondering if you could play with us, because our drummer that we're using kind of had a meltdown."
You know, I was like, "Hey, Kevin, guess what? State of the Art isn't here anymore, but you want to play in Tantric?" Obviously,
he had another band that I was with, and I suggested bringing my bass player from Foster Child along, and that was it. That we just kind of jumped in the studio, did some pre-production, and made a great record.
Tantric's self-titled debut was certified platinum, and it featured the #1 song, Breakdown.
Get out. Look for a reason that you have to start acting like a friend, but you are not it.